Hi everyone, welcome to Floral workshop. I'm Pong Pong. Last year, I made one video talk about how to make a smooth surface look, and I'm quite surprised a lot of you are interested about this topic. So here is part 2 that I think some of you might encounter the same problem when adding more layers of wool. In the last video, I talked about what kind of wool and needle I use in general. It's important before we move on to today's topic. So if you haven't watched yet, I suggest you click the video link in the description below. Before we get into these techniques, you might wonder when this issue might occur. It might happen when we want to cover our core wool or the substance inside our sculptures. In this case, we need gradually add more layers, but you might find out some area didn't cover well or there is visible line of demarcation. So in this video, I'm gonna share with you how I make it work with smooth surface without boundary of layers. The first step is disarranging the wool fiber. Think about how difficult to step in the right spot when the fiber is only in one direction. Imagine these fibers as threads. When they are all in the same direction, how hard and difficult to step into the thread each time? Therefore, the way before I add another layer, I would disarrange wool fiber like this. Till them with various directions and collect them again, until you cannot easily distinguish the fiber direction. This is super important in this first stage and help you a lot in the next step. Next, add this disordered wool layer upon the area you are going to needle felt. In general, I don't pre-felt them before adding a new layer, but it depends how large is the working area and thickness. Anyway, this is not the main problem we will discuss here. The important key point is have to keep the outer line is fluffy. This is the way how to make the new layer connect and stick to the substance in needle felting. Then here is the point that how we needle felt. If the area is not that big, I will always suggest use a single needle, a fine one, about 38 to 40 gauge. My preference is 40 gauge triangular needles. Okay, now we step only in the center of this layer to make sure it is well connected to the substance. When the time you won't need to press or hold them and it can stick in there, then we can move on. Now we are going to deal with the outer part. Those fluffy wool fiber radius from the center. Our needle goes in from center to outer. Imagine this is the way we are combing the fiber, and they are all well attached to each. If we do the opposite direction, then we force and step the fiber to the center. If we don't do well, it will have sharp and visible lines here. Let's try if I step from outer area to center part. How will this result look like? You can see needles push those fluffy fibers back to center, and it creates a visible boundary. However, last stage we were making disarranging wool stack. Now it's useless if we step in wrong direction. Let me show you again. In this stage, we need to step from center to outer, just follow its own natural direction. Those results look quite different, no? The right side of the orange area, I step from out to center, and it has apparently boundary. However, the pale blue, I did it in the right way, so it looks well blended with its core wool. Therefore, in order to make a well blend, these two tips are super important. Keep doing this same process, needle felt from center to outer, until this whole layer is well connected. Okay, this is the tips for today. Thanks for watching, and I hope this video is helpful. If you have more or further questions, leave the comment below. I will see you next time. Bye bye.